breaking news out of Capitol Hill. A vote is underway right now on whether to remove Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy from his position. And this is a live look at the floor of the chamber and the House. California House Reps' ability to remain in leadership remains seriously at risk this hour after the House voted earlier today to move ahead with an effort by extremist Republicans to remove McCarthy. Now, that vote, together with a handful of conservative Republican critics of Speaker, as well as many Democrats who say he is unworthy of leadership. The motion was brought forward by Florida Republican Representative Matt Gaetz, who was more than upset that McCarthy went across the aisle to work with Democrats on preventing a government shutdown over the weekend. Behind closed doors today, McCarthy reportedly told fellow Republicans just to get on with it, leading us to right now. McCarthy, though, remains confident he's not going anywhere.
Look, I'm an optimist because I think there's no point in being anything else. I think this is a big honor to be able to be this. I think we've been very successful at different points. I just would not understand if there's a handful of Republicans who join Democrats who get to determine who's the Speaker of the House is. But it is what it is.
What about these Republicans who are opposed to you? I mean, what has gone on here? What do you think is their thinking? And
these are the same ones who opposed me before, and so they're turning the floor over to the Democrats.
As that effort continues, local lawmakers are making their feelings known. Kevin McCarthy has been getting some surprising support today from some South Carolina congressmen. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger here with the details on that. Derek?
And North Carolina congressman as well. What's interesting here is in terms of the local representatives, they have largely been in support of Speaker McCarthy. All the Republicans have either issued statements or tweets in support of the Speaker, with some explicitly saying that they would vote no on the motion to vacate. One of those more surprising no's actually came today from Representative Dan Bishop. He put out this lengthy statement on social media today saying that his vote is because of three reasons: the Speaker being an accurate reflection of House Republicans in general, and that any action involving removing McCarthy would bring chaos, and also saying that the Republican Party is due for a reckoning, but simply not right now. Now, Bishop himself is not running again for Congress. Instead, will be running for North Carolina Attorney General. But one of those no's also came from South Carolina Representative Ralph Norman.
I will be voting against the motion to vacate. We got to focus on the border. I'm not turning this house over to Hakeem Jeffries. I'm not going to do it.
Now, you may be wondering about how local Democrats in Congress feel about all this. Representative Jeff Jackson said in a statement today that what is happening is a, quote, internal fight involving the majority party. Jackson himself is not supporting McCarthy, but it is worth noting that neither is any other Democrat in the House either.